In 2017, a 1,400-year-old canal was discovered in modern-day Alabama. Gregory Waselkov, anthropologist at the University of South Alabama, began an investigation of the site in 2017 with a team of archaeologists. The canal was thought to have been constructed during the antebellum period via slave labor. However, it was discovered to be much older than that. Through radiocarbon dating, the team of archaeologists determined that the canal was constructed between 576 and 650 CE. This places the construction of the canal during the end of the Middle Woodland period. A small Middle Woodland village that was located roughly 1.5 miles away from the north end of the canal is credited with the construction. The canal connected two bodies of water, Oyster Bay in the north and Little Lagoon in the south. It was most likely made for canoe travel and was used to access coastal fishing areas and trade routes. This canal is a rare and important archaeological find for multiple reasons. First, the canal is a feat of engineering. Not only was it just shy of a mile long in length, but special consideration had to have been taken into account by the builders in order to not drain the water table. Archaeologists think that a system of dams were created to avoid this issue. Additionally, they believe that the canal was only used in the winter when wetter conditions were present. Second, canals constructed during this time period are not very common. While the people of the Middle Woodland period frequently traveled long distances to trade goods, they most likely used natural waterways and footpaths to travel. This canal was essentially a front door to the southeast.
In the research done about the canal, they state the large hydraulic engineering feature by a non-agricultural, non-hierarchical society seems unusual but not inconsistent with the sorts of monumental landscape and alteration accomplished more routinely by other woodland populations in eastern North America. This canal was a part of a trend based around trade to improve infrastructure and is one of the reasons why infrastructure and landscape change happened. Richard W. Yerkes states in his book and defines the Middle Woodland period as a wide range of behavioral patterns inherited from a preceding group and augmented by local progress and by exchange and diffusion from group to group over short and long distances, meaning trade and travel were more common. In mounds found in the same similar region in Alabama, they found galena, copper, and seashells, and greenstone, which shows possible definite trade with Ohio River Valley and possibly more. Here we can see a mound built in the Middle Woodland period. There's many more mounds that are named here, built around the same time period. And eventually this infrastructure leads to large cities like Cahokia that are developed and a wider Cahokian culture based around corn, which is introduced after the canal's date, that create this large culture. And the canal is an extremely important part of that because it shows the development of infrastructure because of trade and one of the early shows of how the Mississippian culture affects the landscape around them. Thank you for listening to the presentation.